Today is the first day of our self-portrait project. We'll be working on this for about a week or two. Now, in order to start this right, you're gonna have to follow these instructions really carefully so that your project is set up for success. Let's start off with the fact that we should download the photograph we're using for our selfie and download this template you see right here. Now we're gonna have to bring the photograph into this document. To do so, we're gonna hit File, Place. Wherever you have your photograph saved, you're gonna hit Place. And then you're just gonna click somewhere on your screen. Now for most people, their picture is gonna be much larger than the area. What you wanna do is resize while holding down Shift. You don't wanna stretch your picture. Your face is gonna look really rounded and really stretched. So I'm gonna stretch this to about a little bit over this. I'm intentionally making my picture a little larger than my area, and that's totally fine. The next thing I wanna do is go to my layers panel, make sure I have it where it says place photo here. Now my picture is a little large, so I'm gonna end up using something called a clipping mask just to kind of get these little edges out. To do so, I'm just gonna make a rectangle the same size as the artboard. So you see I have all those little extra slivers out. Now if I click on my main layer where it says place photo, I'm gonna hit clipping mask. That's just gonna get rid of any extra pieces of my photo that I do not need. The last thing I'm gonna do is double click on the layer and hit a few settings. First, I'm gonna name the reference photo because that's what I'm referencing. Second thing I'm gonna do is click template layer. Now automatically templates are dimmed. I don't want mine to be dimmed. I'm gonna unclick dim, but I do want this template clicked. I'm gonna press OK. Now what this will allow me to do is basically use that function, Control or Command Y. It'll allow me to kind of trace parts of my face without having to always move everything over. The last thing I want to ensure is that my photograph is embedded, meaning this photo is inside my file. If not, when I go to open it on another computer or I go to grade your work, I won't see the original photo. To do this, we're going to go up to Window, Links. We're going to click on the thing that says Selfie or whatever your photograph's name is. These three lines up here, and we're going to hit Embed Image. It says my layer is locked, so I have to unlock it. So I'm going to just click this lock button, go back here, hit Embed. Now I can tell it has no little symbol next to it. It's embedded. That means it's part of the file. I can go back and lock this one more time. You really want to make sure your layer is locked so you don't end up moving your face around while you're drawing. Now the last thing we're going to do today is make a new layer and draw our face. To make a new layer, on the bottom of your layers panel, there's a little plus sign. If you hover your mouse over it, it says create new layer. We're gonna double click, we're gonna name this face. Part of your grade for this project is how well you organize and utilize layers. So it's gonna be really important you name each layer so you know where everything's at. Now I'm gonna zoom in and trace the overall shape of my face with the pen tool. Now one thing I'm gonna warn you is that color in this is difficult. So if I want to color my skin, if I use my eyedropper tool and steal, if I choose too dark of an area or too light, I might look like a weird color. So I like to play around with the settings until I find a decent color. Now because I made this a template layer, I can hit Command or Control Y and see what I'm doing. And there we go. This is the start of your self-portrait project. You're going to save often. You're going to back up your file on Google Classroom. If you happen to finish early, try creating a layer and start making the pupils of your eyes, which is the colored part of your eye. Okay? Every day we'll focus on different features of your face until we create your entire profile.